What's up, everybody? Welcome for the 100th time to the Spot Show podcast. I, of course, am your host, Jim Minton, Dickie Wabash, joined as always by the one-legged wonder, Michael Madrox, here on this professional wrestling podcast with a few pit stops along the way. See how even at episode 100, you got to keep them guessing and do a different intro. You change it up. You switch two elements, and it's almost as if you're doing a new intro.
Completely new, except for the "What's up, everybody?" We've heard that 100 times now, Dickie.
But see, that's what I'm saying, is that it technically is new because all I did was took two elements and flipped them. I flipped the tagline of the podcast and our intro. So
look at you on your toes.
Trying to change it up. At least one of us can be on our toes.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Man.
Listen, if you're going to give me a softball, it's 100 of these. You think I'm not going to
swing for the fences?
Swing for the fences or shoot for that.
I love how you threw the basketball up when you're talking about a softball.
I mean, I had to because I'm rocking the Toon Squad jersey today. You know what I mean? Wow. Wow. That's really all I can say, is that we have reached 100 episodes over 2.5 years. And what a day it is, and what a time it has been. We have reached, Michael Madrox, 100 episodes of the Spot Show podcast. And I'm sure that somewhere in there's at least a couple hours of quality content. You know what I mean?
A couple if you nitpick and cut down and trim the fat.
Yeah, you can probably find something that would be
entertaining. We got about 45 minutes of a solid episode.
In total, yeah, probably. Yeah, this is, of course, the Spot Show podcast. Each and every week, Michael Madrox and I get together and we talk about the wacky world of independent professional wrestling and everything in between. If you like what we're doing here, this is the 100th time. Well, technically, this is not the 100th time I'm saying it, because we started the Patreon. We were 15 episodes in, I think. I don't remember. If you like what we're doing here, you can, of course, go on over to patreon.com/MadBash Studios. Back us at the $5 tier. You're going to get all of our shows, including this one, early and ad-free, as well as exclusive content across the board. That is definitely something that is worth it. That is how you keep the microphones on and the envelopes full. For less than a cup of coffee a month, you can support us at patreon.com/MadBash Studios. But if you don't have the extra money that you can toss our way, just go to MadBashStudios.com. There you're going to find links to all of our other social media and podcast services. Show us some love and support on there. That is one of the best ways to support us, free, so that you can get us in the algorithm. And we got to beat that almighty algorithm. That almighty algorithm really has been, I think, if there was a villain
for MadBash,
for the Spot Show podcast in general, I think that it's the algo. The
algo. That's our comic book.
If we all work together, I am sure that we can defeat the algorithm. That's all I'm saying.
Like Captain Planet used to say, man, with all of your powers combined, we can beat it.
What was with the trope of, even as I'm saying it, like I understand what they were going for with it. They were trying to be like, oh, get out there and work with people, because the stronger we are together, the better that things will be to happen. But I mean, you got to think about it like, you know, Captain Planet, Voltron, a ton of other stuff that's like, there's just this massive trope of like, if we work together and put our forces together, then we're going to defeat the
teamwork movement, man.
Teamwork movement, I think, would be a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Because now it's all up. We're going back into a teamwork movement.
Really? With what?
With like Avengers and all this shit, man.
Yeah, I guess that
like
is
we
true.
had the standalone shit during the 90s and early 2000s, and I think we're back on a big teamwork movement.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. That is probably the omnipresent trope of so many things of like teamwork, but it's like just truly how prevalent is it going to be? But I mean, you also got to look. There was a time period where it seemed like it was the team as opposed to the single hero. Because, I mean, Power Rangers is another one that's like
Yeah.
coming to mind right now, like of that same vein. Transformers, I mean, granted, Optimus Prime is definitely the big one on top, but like
He
it was
couldn't have
all
done it
about
without the whole team.
he couldn't have done it without Starscream, man. Let's be honest. And that is all I understand about Transformers. Do not expect me to go any further with Transformers. One of my favorite things that I have come
And
to find.
Starscream a bad guy though?
I'm sure.
Bumblebee. Let's go with Bumblebee. I know that one.
John Cena. He couldn't have done it
Yeah.
without John Cena. One thing that I find always very funny is your child Corbin always trying to explain like Transformers and stuff to me, and it's like, brother, it's over my head, dude. It is over my head. Why is it? Let's get to the bottom of something else in society, because ultimately at the end of the day, that's what we like to do here.
Yep.
Why is it? Because I have wondered this. It's especially with this generation of kids, it's Transformers and Spider-Man. And your son checks both those boxes. But why those things specifically? I'm not disparaging Spider-Man. Let me just because I love Spider-Man, favorite superhero, all that. But it just seems like kids these days just love Spider-Man and Transformers.
I think it's the toyetic aspect of it. Because like Transformers and Spider-Man, not many toys you can get for preschoolers and then convert when they're younger kids, and then older kids still like them, and then they're collectors. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Transformers was specifically made just to move toys.
Yeah.
So, I guess the toy.
But they got those little like toddler Transformers where you just pull them back and they transform automatically and shit. And that gets kids introduced to them, the bright collars, and same like Spider-Man, dude.
Kids really are just simple creatures at the end of the day. It really doesn't take much, does it?
WWE's trying to catch in on that market too, with like catching them while they're younger with like the whole Knuckle Busters line, but they can't seem to quite figure it out.
Knuckle Buster was, of course, my nickname in high school. Let's do some plug skis and upcoming dates for everyone here, Madrox. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Have got the Baja Powers blasting. I'm talking September 6th and 7th. We have got Oliver Kane versus Zach Abstract for the Baja World Championship. 2 men, 2 companies, 2 nights, 1 belt. The match so big, it had to be booked 2 nights in a row. Of course, the first match will be taking place at Elite Pro Wrestling September 6th. And then the following night, it will be at AVW for match number 2. Who is going to walk away from this match as the Baja World Champion? Only time will tell. Stay tuned. You will be seeing that. If you're over on the Patreon at the $10 tier, we have got the newest episode of Big Stupid Popcorn, where Michael Madrox and I watched The Marine starring John Cena, coming up here soon. We have also got episode number 3 of Big Stupid Popcorn, where we will be watching No Holds Barred starring Hulk Hogan. Rip 'em, brother. That's what I'm saying. You can also go over to the YouTube, where we have got Jason Levi versus Spencer Wallace, MadBash Wrestling Uncut. And of course, this episode is brought to you by Elite Pro Wrestling and Venom Energy.
Yay.
Man, this is the retrospective part of the podcast, I think, brother.
You think so?
Yeah, because 100 is actually a big number.
It's a big milestone.
It is. And I feel like 100 is in media specifically is that number that everyone looks at. It's like, oh, you've reached the 100th episode of this. You've reached the 100th time seeing that. Or, oh, you know, just 100. I would like to know why it's 100 that we have chosen specifically. I think it's because, you know, it's just like a good round number. I think that 100 is like the core of like basic mathematics.
Yeah.
I mean, like you wouldn't
Back
have
to that toddler shit, man.
I know you wouldn't have percentages without 100, and like we always think of like 100%. Yeah, so 100, man.
Does this mean we're Super Saiyan?
The fact that you are even proposing the idea that we would be anything related to Dragon Ball Z, I'm good with that. I am good with that. That has been my goal from the very beginning, is to get you to even remotely enjoy some of the things that I enjoy. Which,
hey, brother, do the pose.
More often than that, you're doing it the wrong way. You get it that way, yeah, brother.
Well, on my phone, if you do it that way, we'd be connecting.
The fusion dance.
The fusion, yeah.
How many kids on the playground did the fusion dance? Oh my God, there were so many.
You and my brother.
At least us. I know a couple more I saw. And then we would fight over who had to play the fusion, who would pretend to be the fusion. He was like, well, I'm taller. And I was like, well, that's fair argument. But no, man. I just, let me be the first. I'm sure that I'm the first to officially congratulate you on 100 episodes of the Spot Show podcast. Granted, you have not been there for all of them. I have been on every episode of the podcast, of course. This isn't a pissing competition. I'm not trying to say one thing's better than the other.
I'll get the tape measure.
No, about all that. But no, like, even when you were down and out and couldn't be here for it, you're always, this is your baby. This is my baby. And we have reached 100. So congratulations on 100 podcasts,
man.
Thank you.
It's been fucking crazy. 2.5 years. I'm trying to figure out how many hours that is. You want to math for me?
Well, God damn it, you just do this shit. You think about it. If we're an hour each week and it's 100 episodes, wouldn't it be 100 hours?
No, because we go over sometimes. We
would. So total, I don't know. I mean, you're looking at maybe 150 hours of content total, maybe more. I doubt that it is 200, somewhere between 150 and 200. It has to be, because, you know, some of them have been an hour 30. Some of them have been less than an hour. So it's really hard to gauge, like, exactly.
It's crazy to think there's people out there that actually listen to us for that long of their life, man. We have hundreds of hours of people's attention and life wrapped up on our words. Like, that's crazy.
Isn't it, though? For two guys that just wanted to start a podcast, it's like
two guys looking for a hobby to get their mind off shit. That's all it was.
Ultimately, that's really all it was. And I'm looking on our hosting platform to see if they have total number of hours of podcasting, but I don't think they do. They just have like stats and stuff.
Any interesting stats?
I mean, nothing. I mean, other than the fact that, you know, we are 100 episodes in. Just 100 episodes
I'll take it.
I mean, it's nothing mind blowing. I mean, it's like stats and all that. But if you would be curious in taking a little tangent, we can get into some stats though with something.
Okay, let's do some stats.
Yeah. So NXT Heatwave was this past weekend, and the PLE draft rolls on. And Michael Madrox was, of course, an idiot and dropped Ricky Saints, who is now going to be going into a main event scene with Obafemi. So congratulations, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Dropped Ricky Saints, you fucking idiot.
You would have done the same fucking thing.
No, I wouldn't have, because I understand. Okay, so JC Mateo. Yeah, that's a fucking smart pickup, you dumbass. So let's hit with some stats. Of course, Team Wabash won 70 points to 20. Michael Madrox's one performer was Ethan Page. He got 20 points for his win. And then my top performer was, of course, Obafemi with 50. And then JC Jane came in, which actually shocked me that they had her drop the TNA title. She came in with 20 points for me, but they did it smart because they didn't have her take the pin.
Yeah.
Smart on them. Masha took the pin. But yeah, this sits us now at an overall of 960 to 770. So as we get into the back half of this, where pay-per-views are now going to be costing upwards of $90, which is an exaggeration, but it feels like it.
Yeah.
I'm still soundly in the lead. We have still got a pretty sound lead. Just when you think you're going to creep up on me, I end up getting a big blowout. Obafemi is now officially my third best performer on my team at cumulative 130 points. He has netted me 130 points over the entire draft. My top performer remains John Cena with 170, Becky Lynch with 155. Your top performer is still Dominic Mysterio with 120. And then your second place is tied with Cody and CM Punk at 115. And then your third best performer is tied Jacob Fatu and Tiffany Stratton.
You're a lot of guys on my side.
You do. Mine. Oh, okay. Yeah, go on.
Clash in Paris, man, just announced Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed.
Ooh.
It's replacing the woman's title match.
Yeah, that sucks, man. So I had drafted Stephanie Vicaire with the intent of, yeah, she's going to be getting this title match. So let's hopefully Stephanie Vicaire can actually earn me some points. Trick Williams has yet to earn me any points. Stephanie Vicaire or LA Knight.
Yeah.
LA Knight will, of course, be getting me points at Clash in Paris for being in the title match. So will Jey Uso. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for that one. But yeah, so I almost made a mess up while doing a shocker. Dickie made a mess up while doing the PLE draft totaling. I forgot that you dropped Ricky Saints. So I was factoring in Ricky Saints into the heat wave stuff. So you almost had 25 points, not 20. So
that's fine. I would have took the extra 5 points.
But you dropped him. Well, all right.
Dude.
Yeah.
They job him out week after week, and then they just put him in the title picture. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not arguing with the logic of it, brother, but like, you know, man, Oba, he is one that it's so funny. When I drafted Oba, my first thought was like, yeah, they'll be getting the title off of him soon, probably, and then he'll be being called up to the main roster. But he's been having a good run with the championship for me. And I think that that's going to continue. I also just have that feeling that he is going to be an important key player when he is finally called up. So
if he keeps this momentum going, definitely.
I could see Oba being a post-WrestleMania call-up.
I could see that.
And then if that's the case, then I make him my
number one draft pick.
No, my
third round keeper.
Third round keeper. Yeah. That's the thing. Like I'm looking at this and I'm already brother, I'm playing chess over here. All right, I'm playing chess. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, who could my third round keeper be? That would be, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. A lot is going to change between here and
Now
there.
I'm menu.
So 100 episodes of the Spot Show podcast, and there have been some highs, there have been some lows. We have both been very vocal about how MadBash Studios in general, not just Spot Show, but MadBash in general, has been very key in helping us with just getting through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Madrox, I'm going to turn it over to you. What does it mean to you, and what has it done for you to look back on this and think, man, my legacy, we've gotten to 100 episodes?
It feels great, dude. Like coming from the darkness that we were both in from when we first started this, which we openly discussed before, so I'm not gonna go that deep into it. But like this fucking company has saved my life, man. Like it's given me a reason to fight. It's gave me a reason to keep going. I've been literally on my deathbed and still trying to get here to record fucking shows and everything else. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank MadBash for that. Like this is more than just a brand to me, it's a life source.
Yeah, it is.
And knowing the fact that there's at least 100 episodes, so like if something were to happen to me today or tomorrow, that my children have that legacy to go back and be like, hey, this is my dad talking about this, and they can go back and witness that or watch it on YouTube or anything like that. Like that means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the best way to put it, is that we have been, I look back on different projects that I have done over the years, because I've been very open about YouTube, streaming, all that other stuff. And this is the one that has been the most consistent and the one that I love above all. And wow,
Okay.
I am. I just love MadBash. And I love the environment that we've fostered with it. And say something funny right now, quick.
Oh no, I lost my leg.
It's like you said, like I don't want to dredge up anything that we've already talked about, but like I was I was starting to really view myself as a failure in a lot of things. And I failed at streaming. I failed at YouTube. And it really took a lot of time for me to realize, like, no, like it wasn't a failure. It was practice to get me to
Here.
here. And I've never believed in a project or anything like that more than this. And we're not breaking new ground, or we're not setting the world on fire or anything like that, but I don't care, because this is something that I love. And it is annoying to be like, hey, I gotta hurry up and record this podcast, and then get it edited and get it uploaded and come up with a catchy description and then make the graphic to share it. And just, it's like the hamster on the hamster wheel every week. And
It's becoming a full-time job, brother.
it a labor of love.
Yeah. Not in a bad way.
No, nothing is what we're saying is bad, but it does take a toll on you, and there has been a couple of occasions where, I'll be honest, I've wanted to quit. I've wanted to give up. I've wanted to just be like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't remember who told me this, but it was one of the three people I'm about to mention. I genuinely don't remember who said it because my memory is bad on certain stuff like that. It was presented to me that, Dickie, you and what you've done with MadBash, and you, of course, as well, Madrox.
Yeah.
You created an environment that made people who were jaded and over the wrestling business and through with it and just didn't care. You made them care. You made Jason Levi care again. You made Colby Jack care again. You pulled Dalton Davis back from the brink of retirement. And what does that mean if I quit? Like, would that make me a hypocrite or what? And I understand that it can't be a follow my example, do as I say, not as I do. No, I've always been the type that there's a difference between a boss and a leader, and like being the de facto leader of MadBash Studios has like given my life meaning in a way that I didn't think that it would. I'm not just doing it for me anymore. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for Dalton, for Colby, for Oliver, for Levi, for any number of people. Even now I'm doing it for Logan and Chris, and that's a big responsibility. But it's one that I take no questions asked, because I not only made people love wrestling, but through doing this have given people a platform to even attempt wrestling. And I know that for a fact. I was told. I'm not going to say who. They know who they are. They told me, they said, if it wasn't for your podcast, I wouldn't be
here.
I wouldn't be here. And
that'll be coming on episode 200.
Probably by that point. But let's just call it what it is. We've never broken 100 downloads on an episode. We never have. We have been reaching a bit of a slump lately. We're lucky to break large numbers. So it's been one of those, is it even worth it to do it? And it doesn't matter if I get one download. Yeah, it's worth it.
If anyone's going to take their valuable time, because time is fucking precious, and dedicate that to us, it's fucking worth it in the end.
It is. And the positive impacts that I keep saying I, but I'm just speaking from my perspective here. You're of course included, that we have had on people's lives. That's something special. That's something special. And you know what? I'm gonna do this. Congratulations. Episode 100 special, no ads. We're just gonna go straight through it. We're brought to you by Elite Pro Wrestling and Venom. That's all you need to know.
Oh yeah, happy
that's
birthday,
all you
guys.
need to know. Yeah. Because I was getting ready to, because it's the time to throw to ads. Where I would say now it's time to take a word from our sponsors. But with all of that being said,
we basically created an orphanage if you think about it.
Yeah. The proverbial island
of misfit toys.
Of misfit toys. And we just I understand that, like, there should honestly always be that next goal, that next hill to climb. And I'm down for that, man. I'm down for it. I'm ready to see what that next hill is going to be. But I'm also not going to be one of these guys that is going to obsess over the analytics and obsess over that. I mean, I have gotten to work with some of my favorite people doing this.
You got to work with some of your childhood heroes because of this shit.
Yes. And I'm not going to sit here. I mean, thank you. I mean, that one was absolutely Reb and Menders. So thanks to them for allowing that to happen. But yeah, that's the thing that that I used to obsess about. It was all about, oh, I'm not getting these views, or oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I would, when I was a Twitch streamer, I was constantly looking at who's in the chat. Fuck that. If I'm having fun doing it, then
that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. I'm going to keep doing it. With that being said, though, we have a little bit of an announcement to make concerning the future of the Spot Show podcast.
Can I tell him?
Sure.
Onlyfans.com/MadBash Studios coming soon near you.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not it?
That's not happening at all.
Oh, damn.
No. So I understand that what I just said is probably going to make what I'm about to say seem different, and seem like Dickie's full of shit. But for the foreseeable future, can't tell you how long, we will be taking a hiatus with Spot Show Podcast. The beauty of Spot Show is that though it's the backbone and it's our flagship here at MadBash, it has created other opportunities for us to explore.
Yep.
And there are other projects that we are working on that are going to require more attention than this. So that
not really a hiatus, it's a vacation.
It's a hiatus. We're going to be gone. We're taking off more than likely all of September. Maybe some of October. We have been talking about changing the format of Spot Show, changing what we talk about, changing how we talk about it. So don't be surprised if, and this isn't if, I shouldn't say if, when. What I'm saying is that if, when we do come back, if the show isn't different.
Not in a bad way, though.
Not in a bad way. Hopefully not in a bad way. But you have our word that we have always been listener first. We have always taken our listeners into consideration. We've always taken patrons into consideration, people that listen, backers on Patreon, whatever. And we are definitely going to be bringing you something that is going to be worth it, but there's probably a couple of questions that are asked. What does that mean for Patreon content? Paid show podcast is going nowhere. We are going to continue to be doing paid show weekly on our Patreon at the $5 tier. It is still going to be half hour. We are also going to be toying around with other Patreon content that we have in mind. I feel comfortable saying it now, but there has been a project that has been in pre-production for about a month and a half or so that we've only told a couple of people. And it was mostly just the people that are involved with it. I think I know, Madrox knows, I know Dalton knows, V knows because he's involved with it majorly involved with it.
Major.
It is our next big project. It is the next MadBash Films project. We are going to be making a documentary about UWC Online. The working title right now is Battlezone, the story of UWC Online. This is a big project that I have invested a lot of money into, and it's going to take a lot of time. And we've been in pre-production for about a month and a half, like I said, and I've been working very closely with V. He's basically the co-director on this, if you want to call him that. And we've got new equipment just for this. So not that I'm gambling. I mean, it is a gamble because I don't know how many people are going to care, but we always just speak so highly of UWC Online that I was like, we need to make a documentary about this because like there's something special about that time frame that that we definitely need to get into and like explore. So that's the next big project. TBD when that's going to be coming out. It's definitely not going to be this year. Knock wood, it might be. Who knows? I doubt it. I'm probably going to be very anal about this thing, and it's going to be a bit. But I need to put most of my time on that. I need to focus on that to be sure that it is what I want it to be and that it is good enough that people will care. I am going to be so anal about this thing and I'm going to be so obsessive with it.
The biggest project to date. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, it's our biggest project to date. And I just need to give my attention to that. And this isn't going to be one of those where we promise that we're going to release this project and then not release it like some people probably would.
We're doing this shit big too. I don't care if Dickie likes it or not.
Yeah, well, I know I want it to be big. Like this isn't. So we've always called Danville Dreamers a documentary. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's just a different style of documentary. But this is going to like entail sit down interviews. There's going to be hundreds of hours of footage I'm going to have to sift through to make this documentary. And Jason V is already in the process of transferring over old UWC Online footage for me to use for B-roll. Now, you got to think about this. The footage that I am going to be getting is going to be every episode of UWC Online and every big paid show. So that is 2.5 years of shows that I have at my disposal to work with. So I think that everyone might be understanding now why I need to focus all my time and effort on that.
And this is not just going to be like clip shows, guys. Like, we got the UWC cast and crew coming in for sit down interviews. Like, this is a big deal.
Yeah, I'm keeping some of them under my hat. If you've been on Paid Show, you know who's going to be involved. I, of course, even though I'm the director, I'm going to be involved in it as well. Of course, V is involved in it. We've talked to a couple other people that were involved in the UWC Online era who were instrumental to UWC Online. And the big thing that we're pushing for, and I can't say what it is, but this documentary is going to have one of two endings. Let's just put it that way. We're actively working on making something happen that I don't know if we're going to be able to make it happen. And if we can't, then that breaks my heart. But I know Cecil Cerveza is going to be involved. He has to be. He was such a key part.
He was
of
part of the
UWC.
backbone of UWC, man.
For a while there, he was like the heart and soul of UWC Online. He really was. But yeah, we're going to be taking a hiatus. We will be back. It's not goodbye. It's see you later, which is so cliche. I hate it.
Cringe, dude, cringe. That's what all the kids say right now.
We are nothing if not cringe. You know what I mean? We have to be. But I remember when we reached the 1 year anniversary of Spot Show, and we kind of fell into a trap of where every milestone, it was just the same podcast. So
no, I'm not trying to do that.
I'm not trying to do that either. With that, I've talked about some of my struggles with the podcast, of how it is burnout and all of that. Let's just be open and honest with the people, brother. Like, what's been some of your struggles with doing this?
Mainly for me, it's been like family shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
On top of my health. Like, there's days like when I was dying, like I still wanted to do it, but obviously couldn't. And then I had to take that break. And you know, me writing up that hey, I'm leaving for a while thing fucking killed me inside.
Yeah.
Because you know what this fucking company meant to me. And that's basically it, dude. Like, I've never been to the point where I dread this or I don't want to do this unless you throw out 2000 WCW at me. But other than that, I love fucking being here. I love talking to you weekly. Like, this is my therapy session, man.
This is my second therapy session. I have therapy every Monday or Wednesday. It depends on whenever I schedule it.
Guarantee you, the $10 on patreon.com is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it is actually. It is. Way cheaper. Yeah. I will put it this way. You are at times one of the most infuriating human beings to work with.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. Probably because we're 100 episodes in and you still don't have a proper podcasting setup. It's almost as if you should work on that during the hiatus. Wink, wink,
wink, wink.
No, you just, brothers butt heads. And I think that sometimes, not all the time, because I think for the most part we line up pretty well. Sometimes I think our vision of what this is may differ. And I don't know what the future holds for this podcast, other than it is going to have a future. That's not me saying that it's not going to have a future. It's just me saying I don't know what that future is. We've been kicking around ideas, and we have a couple. Are they going to be that? I don't know. But
it's day to day, man.
it is day to day. And like I said, it just with MadBash Wrestling, with MadBash Films, I feel like Carmen Berzano in The Bear, where it's like he's his own worst enemy. And it's like the reason that the restaurant is failing, spoiler alerts, is because he is just so set in his ways. With that, I guess I was setting you up for it, but it went right over your head. What has been some of the most frustrating things about working with me?
Jesus Christ. Your scheduling.
Therapy session, brother. Like I said, therapy session.
No, like I don't really have anything to bitch about you about other than your fucking sometimes you come in a shitty mood and we gotta fucking end that real quick before we start recording.
It's not, I'm not saying bitch about me. I'm just
No,
saying
I'm
like
bitching. You said therapy. I'm getting it off my fucking chest. This is couples therapy right now, okay, motherfucker?
I mean, we're just being open and honest about some of the highlights and the lowlights that people might not know about. You know what I mean?
My main problem is who the fuck's on the back of that Toon or Toon Squad jersey.
Oh, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Should have been Bugs. Should have been Bugs.
I almost got Bugs. I would have liked Daffy as well. Yeah, no, yeah, it's a Jordan jersey. Because why wouldn't it be? I'm a white millennial that lives in the suburbs, so of course I would wear a Michael Jordan jersey and Jordans.
I'm wearing fucking Crocs right now, you pervert.
You're wearing Crocs?
I said you're wearing Crocs right now, you pervert.
Bro, the vision of you with Crocs on your prosthetic really
with the long toes and shit
made me laugh in my head. Really made me laugh in my head. I think I know that I can be neurotic, and I know that I can be obsessive, and I know that I pride myself on not being a my way or the highway guy. I've never been that. I see everyone's input.
So Hollywood Dickie.
We're talking about current. We're talking about current. So I would like to take this time to apologize for when I'm neurotic or when I'm in one of my moods or when I can be a little bit pushy or when I can be a little bit quick to like snap on you. Which we've never gotten.
Brother.
We
don't
never
have to apologize for any of that shit. I know you better than anybody. This is 100 episodes in. Come the fuck on, man. Drink your fucking drink and choke on it.
Now he's threatening death to me on the 100th episode of the Spot Show podcast.
Can't believe it took this long.
Damn near. But no, like I don't know where to go with that. I had an idea and then I lost it. What do you know? I did. But
segue.
That's what always happens. No, that's what always. We're 100 in, brother, and I still lose my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, working with your best friend is the best decision and the biggest mistake that anybody can make. Because it's your best friend. So when you have to have those real talks with them, it's like, fuck, this is my best friend. And we've had to have plenty of real talks, mostly instigated by me, of just being like, brother, listen, like, we got to talk about this. And that's the thing with you that I have always, this is why working with you has been so great, is that you have always been so understanding of like when I come to you with something, and you've never really fought me on anything. which at the same time, not only do I love that, but I also despise that sometimes because it's like, brother, give me some opposition. You know what I
I
mean?
quit doing that at the Flyers a long time ago, brother.
With the what?
Critiquing your Flyers a long time ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. It was one of those things of where, I was like, dude, like I'm the one doing all the work and you're the one criticizing this. It's like, how about you get in here and make a fucking flyer, motherfucker, or just something like that. But
For those of you who don't know, I majored in art, and so Dickie, when he first started making flyers, I'm like, no, there's too much negative space. This needs bigger. This needs adjusted, and he wanted to kill me every time he made something.
because you were just so nitpicky.
Perfect, brother. It's got to be perfect.
So nitpicky. No, I mean, that's where I was, I guess, a little bit hard to work with because it was like, this is my vision and I see it. You just don't see it. You don't understand it. I understand it. You don't. So yeah, that is where things like were a little bit different on that aspect of it. But I mean, even then, those were very rare.
Yeah.
Those were very rare. We've been negative. We've been talking about we've been talking about some negative. Let's get into some positives, man. What have been some of the biggest positives other than like, oh, it saved your life and all that you think with the podcast? Because I've been pretty vocal about what I think are some of the big ones. So let's go ahead and hear yours.
This fucking company gave me a new family, man.
Yeah.
It gave me a group of people that are even closer to my own family now.
Mm-hmm.
Like people I know that any time of the day I can call up and be like, hey, I need something or I just need to talk. And they're
Uncle Oliver, brother.
Uncle Oliver.
Uncle Oliver. Yeah, I say it all the time that brother gets thrown around an ungodly amount in wrestling, and it's just one of those, hey brother. No, like when and I'm guilty of it, I call everyone brother. I called fucking Lindsey Griever brother the other day at the Smitty.
He's almost brother though.
Brother. But no, I can truly at the end of the day look at you, Dalton, Colby, Oliver, Levi, Shank, and be like, those are my brothers, no matter what. At the end of the day, those are my brothers. They have been with me through thick and thin. I think, though, that we need to stop making this a pat ourselves on the back session. This needs to be give the flowers to the people that have taken this brand and helped us grow it. And I am going to say it right now. I don't care if I upset anyone else, but nobody holds a candle to Colby Jack and the way that he has taken this brand with such love and helped it grow.
Colby is the man cow of all man cows.
He truly is the heart of MadBash.
He's the definition of pay it forward. The absolute.
Yeah, our original mission statement, which was normalizing paying it forward, and then we switched it to unapologetically creative, which I think fits us more in the grand scope. Yeah, that's no disrespect to anyone else that helps us. I mean, it's just, they'll even tell you Colby is the one, no matter what, he's the one that you want in the trenches with you. And I've told him that from the very beginning. I've always told him that. I was like, we told him that. So when the champion drops the belt, we always write him a little note and give it to him. And we said that in the Colby Jack letter. was just like, dude, you are MadBash. You are MadBash. But I mean, we also got to mention everyone's favorite drunk, Dalton Davis.
Yep.
There wouldn't be a MadBash Wrestling without him.
No.
And I'm not taking it away from Shank. Don't think I'm taking it away from Shank. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I'm trying to be more, I'm trying to be just more specific. And I'm not going to get to everyone. I'm not going to. I apologize for that. But just like Colby Jack, Dalton Davis has taken the standard and he has waved it proudly. And, you know, Dalton Davis was just in the Smitty, which is a big tournament here in Indiana. And
all the Midwest, man.
And all the Midwest. And what was on his arm? The turnbuckle cross microphone logo. And I want people to look at that logo and be like, yeah, man, when I see that logo, I know that I'm seeing greatness. I know that I'm seeing a group of good brothers. And Dalton and I have talked about it a lot. One of the running themes of 2025, it would appear, has been it pays to be a good brother. And there's no gooder brother than Dalton Davis, man. He's one of those ones, like, if you don't, which is, it's rare, but like, if you don't talk to him for a couple of days, he'll just shoot you, hey man, are you doing okay? Like, yeah, I'm doing fine, man. Shout out to Uncle Oliver. He is another one that, you know, every couple of days, probably once a week or so, you get that phone call, and then 2-3 hours later, you're hanging up. All right, man, I'm going to get off here. And just shooting the shit about wrestling and like
just life too.
Just life in general with that guy. And one of the highlights of my time in wrestling was getting to sit with him, eating Wingstop, and just watching old Hulk Hogan matches. That's why I love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's fuck the shows. Fuck going to the shows. Fuck being at the shows. Fuck the promotion of it. Fuck the in-ring work. It's about those moments where you're on the couch with this person that you met through the business, or you're in the car with that person, or you're in the locker room with them.
Or you're sleeping in a ring after a show with that person.
Or you're sleeping in a ring after the show. I mean, Jason Levi, another one who is just, God, I love him. Shout out to Devontae Knox, who he gets the belt and he says, thank you for trusting me with the belt. It wasn't, hey, thank you for giving me the belt. It was, thank you for trusting me with the belt. And to me, that means a lot more. Oh, because he is saying that, hey, you trust me, and that means a lot to me. Devontae is the man. Long may he reign. I'm excited to see him this weekend, talk some shop with him and just catch up. Spencer Wallace, man. How could we go this long without mentioning Spencer? I mean, like, there's another one that we're responsible for him even being back in the business. I remember the first message that I got from him of like, dude, I love the podcast. It's so great. I'm really happy with what you and Madrox are doing. By the way, I'm medically cleared to return to the ring. And we're like, oh, you are. It took us a bit, but we finally got him back in there. And Spencer's doing some of his best work right now. And we played a part in that. And that's cool.
That's very cool.
That's really cool. That's really cool. There's an ungodly amount of people, like I said, that I could sit here and list. I'm not going to. Zach Abstract, you know, he took the brand global. He
worldwide.
I mean, we're technically worldwide because we're on the internet and the internet is worldwide. I suppose. Yeah. But he repped the brand in Japan, and that's awesome. Like, and he was another one that was like, thank you so much. And just being humble, humble. Be humble is what we're talking about here.
It's kind of like when we started the whole MadBash wrestling. Like when we publicly said on the podcast, we want people to see that logo and realize these are good people here to help you.
Yes.
So it's like, shit, we did something right.
Yeah, what that something right is, I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me. I think we do okay for ourselves though. But yeah, man, it's been a ride. It has been a ride that I would not change for the world. It has definitely been one of the best things I've ever worked on in my entire life. I'm definitely the most proud of it. It took me 34 years to get to this episode. And here's to another 34 more years and however many episodes, and maybe
we're gonna do this when we're old, ain't we?
Yeah. And yeah, welcome to the Liver Spot Podcast.
Yes.
The Liver Spot Show. I'm Dickie Wabash, just rocking in my chair. Oh,
I'll have Alzheimer's at that point and be like, hello,
who are you? Yeah. By that point, I mean, God. By that point, it probably won't even be Spot Show. Who knows what it'll be? But I do know
Liver Show, brother.
The Liver Spot Show podcast. But all right, man. Any closing thoughts?
Love you guys. Thank you guys for 100 episodes. Here's to 100 more. Can't do it without you guys.
Simply cannot do it without them. I'm going to mirror exactly what he said. Nothing that I can say is going to be any different from what Madrox just said. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to be like, hey, thank you for all the love, all of the support, all of the memories and moments that that you've played a part in. It's definitely been something that I will never forget. And like you said, here's to 100 more. I look forward to see where we'll be in those 100. But yeah, sit tight, guys. We are going to be gone for a bit. We're not leaving.
This ain't goodbye. It's just the season finale.
Think of it as a season finale. That's a good way to put it. I might need to break these down into seasons.
Season 2 coming soon.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. With a new outlook and a fresh, new, wacky adventure. Ew. Gross. But yeah, like I said, we Patreon, we're still going to be doing paid show. Of course, we're going to be doing what episodes of Big Stupid Popcorn need to be out during that. And be on the lookout because there could very well be some other really cool things that come up. You never know. So, all right, what do you say we get on out of here?
I don't want to get out of here. I say we roll into paid show, brother.
Well, brother, I say it every week. What do you say we get out of here?
I know. I'm just trying to switch it up a little bit.
Like I did. And do you like how I downplayed that I was trying to make it seem like I did the intro on purpose when I just completely forgot to say an independent wrestling podcast? Brother, I'm a worker. I'm a fucking worker.
Ain't shit changed 100 episodes in. Come on now.
You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and hop off here. You can, of course, find me on Instagram at DWobs Card Shop. You can find Michael Madrox at the word 1 and then the number 900-909-9900. I like how I do the Mean Gene cadence every time. 1-900-909-9900. You got to have that cadence with it. You know what I mean?
You have to.
That's what a good impersonation is it's
the
all
cadence.
about it's the cadence in which you say it. Like my Bret Hart, I think that the way you got to do Bret Hart is it's really not about the voice. It's probably a bad Bret Hart right there, but yeah.
So like I said, Bill Goldberg one time.
Bill Goldberg.
There you go.
So we're going to go
Nice.
ahead. We're going to go ahead and hop off of here. For those of you on the Patreon, we are going to be rolling into Paid Show, where you are going to be hearing about my old/new hyperfixation. It's an old hyperfixation that has come back. And I have been enjoying it while also dreading it at the same time. So look forward to that. It's not trading cards. Yeah. So if you're not on the Patreon, then we will be right back. We will see you down the road on some form of content. Thank you for 100 episodes. Stay tuned, because I think you guys are really going to like what we have in store. So, yeah, we'll see you down the road on some form of content.